Hey guys, Super Silverstone here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be going and extending all our knowledge in events and event listeners for plugin development. So, what we're going to start off today by doing is we're going to go into some of the depths of how the events work and what they actually mean, and what an event actually is, because we're going to be listening for events, and you need to know what that is. So, what we're going to do is we are going to create a new file by right-clicking, and then new, and then we're going to click Java class, and it should be automatically selected on class, and we're going to type in events. You can type in whatever you want here. So this will open up a new file, which is a new class, and we are going to go where it says public class, your name, or whatever you put there. We're going to say implements listener. Now, we will be using implements a lot, but we will be using them for different things. So, what we're going to do is we're going to create a method. So we're going to do public void method quotes. We've created a method. Now, what we want to do is a listener is a very specific thing. So what it does is it listens for events that happen. It will listen for when you break a block. It will listen when you set your spawn. It will listen for when you velocity, when you die, when you enter a bed, when you leave a bed, when you change your armor, when you have an elytra boost, when you jump, anything like that. Alright? So, what we can do this is we are going to set player, actually we're not going to do player, we're just going to do block break event. So this event right here, this piece right here, you're going to see all over coding. So what this is this is assigning a variable to this event. So then when we go in here, we don't have to go block break event dot get handler list. So we don't have to do any of that. We can just type in event, and it will automatically go and it will look in that listener. All right. So we can do event dot get player. Now what this is doing is this is getting the player associated with the block break event. If it makes any sense at all, great job. So what we're doing is we're getting the player that is associated with what comes before it, which is the event. So we're getting what is associated with this block break event. So we're getting the player. Now we're going to store this guy inside of a variable if. So we're going to do if event dot get player is not equal to null. I think we should do that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave it as if event.getPlayer is not equal to null. So null is basically void. It's nothing. So if there is if event player is not equal to null, so that means there is a player, then we do player is equal to event.getPlayer. So what this is doing here is this is putting the player into a variable, and this is a variable that we can use for all future things in this method right here. So now we can do player dot send a message, and we can say block broken, right? So now if you tried this in game right now, it would not work. So let me show you how to actually make it work. First, when you're implementing a listener, you have to go above it and put @event handler. This will make it go yellow, right? Next, I'm going to rename my method to on block break. I'm going to do on block break. And then we have to go back to our main class and our onEnable, and we actually have to allow it to run. So, and we have to register it. So we're going to do bucket.getPluginManager right here, get plugin manager. And then we're going to do .register events and put in our listener name, which is events, and our plugin, which is this. Oh, and then events, you need to... Oh, we need to create a new... Sorry. We need to do new events. There we go. We need to do new. And then we can do this. There we go. Sorry, I got confused. I was like, why isn't this working? So you need to create a new version of events so we can actually get it. So do that here, bucket.getPluginManager.register events, and then our listener, which is new events, which is the name of that class, and our plugin, which is this main file, if you're doing it and you're on enable. If you're not, you will have to set up some funky logic that will get an instance. However, we're not even going to worry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do File, Save As, press F5, and click Rebuild, and that will rebuild, and we're going to go in Minecraft and see if it worked or not. Okay, so now we have loaded up our Minecraft and our Minecraft server. My computer is slowly heating up, so we're going to get through this. So we're going to direct connect, join localhost. See Super Silverstone has joined the game. Beautiful. And we can see I'm in here, do time set day. Make sure you op yourself through console, or you won't be able to do anything. Here we go, so we're going to test it. Look at that. When we break a block, any block, doesn't matter, it says block broken in the chat. Beautiful. So we figured out how to do that. So now we're going to head back and we're going to try a few more test examples. Now, one resource you will use so much more than you're willing to admit is the Spigot API Java docs. Now, this is going to be your literal best friend. Like, I kid you not, this will be your best friend. I have used it so much to find out information about stuff, but it is hub.spigotmc.org/javadocs/spigot. This will be in the description of every single one of my future videos. And if you ask me a question and it's answered on the Java docs, I will literally just send you a link to the Java docs, because this resource is incredibly important. It is incredibly long, and it's like thousands of pages, but it is the most helpful thing that you can use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here, we're going to do @event handler, and we're going to do public void method, and we're going to say player is player E event a thing? Item consume event. There we go. That is what we needed. Alright, and now what we can do is we can say if event.get item dot equals we'll say material dot cooked beef, then and we'll run a second check that says if event.getPlayer is not equal to null, then we will, what we're going to do is we're going to say player dot, we have to do player is equal to event.getPlayer, and we'll say player dot send message. We're going to say 8 cooked beef. So let me break down what I just did for you. So what we did is, first we're running our method. We're going to call it on eat. Alright, so what we're doing is when the player consumes an item, we're going to check if that item that's being consumed, because we use event, so we're going to check if that item being consumed is material.cookedbeef. That is how you would say any block in the game. You could say material dot iron sword. You can do any of that. That's material dot. So that's what we're using there. We're going to use material dot cooked beef. That's just what that says. It's not block dot cooked beef. It's material. All right. So, and then if that is true, then we're going to do if event.getPlayer is not null. So we're going to check if the player is actually a player, because we don't want somebody else doing it. Now, this doesn't really matter here because only players can eat food, but if other people can break blocks, it's important. But here, and so what we're going to do is we're going to return if any of these things are false. All right? So if this doesn't make sense, it's okay. It'll all start making sense at some point. File, save all, F5, rebuild, and then we also need to launch this. If you don't want to have to reload everything, you can just do reload and then reload confirm, and it will reload everything. Super easy. Why is that not working? Oh, okay guys, I was really confused at why this wasn't working and what I did wrong, but I figured it out. Up here, when I put event.getItem.equals, you can't do that. I don't know why I put that. You have to do event.getItem.getType, and then you can do .equals material cooked beef. I don't know why I did it the other way. I don't know what got into me. I just forgot get type was a thing. You have to use .get type because that allows you to use a material. Get item, it responds with like an item stack. Get type is getting the material. So if you really want to use an item stack, use get item. But I highly recommend just using get type. It's a lot easier. Now I haven't actually tested this. So if this is false, then that's going to be very embarrassing. Yeah, go down. There we go. 8 cooked beef. Only took a little bit. So you see, when you're doing plugin development, one of the things to remember is that there will be problems. When I'm making this video, I have tried this like 3 times because I've ran into some errors with Minecraft. Because Minecraft, I need to uninstall it and reinstall it like completely. But with Minecraft, you're going to get tons of problems, whether it be Minecraft problems, coding problems, getting a null error for 8 years. Like, you're going to run into issues. So you need to be, you know, aware of that and know, hey, it might not work first time, but I'm going to try it for the 8th. And, you know. So if this video was kind of disappointing, sorry, that's okay. But there's a lot more to learn and a lot more to do. Now, one of the things I'm going to task you with doing is, before next video, try and see if you can make it where when the player leaves and joins the game, it will change their death message. Okay? That might sound difficult, might sound a little jarring, but just try your best and see if you can do it. So your challenge until next video is to try and make it where when you join the game here, when you join and leave the game, it will change the player's death message. See if you can do that. Use the Spigot API. It's incredibly helpful. If I did death... Oh, look at that. Player death event. That might be interesting. It's in .event. Oh, I don't know. But I highly recommend trying that out. Sorry if this video wasn't as much as you thought it would be, but we are just getting started. It takes a lot of work to do this stuff. And, yeah. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the bell, turn on those notifications, and go down to the comments and leave a comment. I really appreciate you guys helping me out with this, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.